Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is your boy Rob Thomas Jr. from the Real News Behind the News. Oh yeah, again, today is a beautiful Wednesday, September 6th, 2017. And in this video here, we're going to talk about what's really going down with the situation with North Korea. Now, we have Donald Trump in office now, you know what I'm saying? Basically, sending a hardline message to Kim Jong in North Korea, telling this man that he cannot continue to test weapons, when in reality, every other day the United States is testing weapons. They're not only testing weapons, they're using weapons in places like Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, Sudan, and hundreds of other places across the world. They're testing their weapons. The United States are testing their weapons on actual human beings in other places around the world, but have the audacity to tell a man who looks at what went down in Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, all these other places. Kim Jong is seeing what the United States has done around the rest of the world, and he's developing weapons to say that is not going to happen to me in my country. This is what's really going down. I know a lot of you patriots here in America who love the American flag, which is really the most oppressive flag on the face of the earth in the history of mankind. But this is what's really going down. All the North Korean leader is doing is basically building weapons to protect his country from an invasion from the most hostile country and aggressive country in the history of mankind, which is the United States. Now, a lot of y'all not being told. They might play it off in the media, in the mainstream media, and show you one narrative that they want you to believe, because your media, whether you believe it or not, is controlled by generals and other people in the United States government. But they're showing you the narrative that, he can't keep testing these missiles. We got to do something about it, when in reality, probably less than 300 miles from where Kim Jong is sitting, the United States and South Korea are literally practicing live fire military games specifically designed to overthrow North Korea. So what he's doing lately with all these missile tests is showing them that y'all down there practicing and playing games, but if one of your weapons, one of your missiles, one of your rockets or whatever accidentally happen to come up here in North Korea, we're going to deal with it. That's really what's going down. The United States and South Korea are holding joint military games where they're practicing for an invasion or whatever of North Korea. So this man would have to be a fool not to sit up and prepare himself just in case, again, a rocket, missile, or whatever accidentally launches into his country and kill him. He has to be prepared. Again, what you're dealing with is the most hostile, most aggressive nation in the history of mankind, who thinks they can go around and colonize the rest of the world and tell these other people, you can't build a nuclear bomb. You can't build one nuclear bomb, when in reality, we got thousands of them. And the only country in the history of mankind who was psychotic enough to use a nuclear weapon. Give y'all some real history and some real game. The United States dropped that weapon on the Japanese, and the Japanese had pretty much already basically unofficially surrendered. We dropped that bomb, the United States. I ain't gonna say we, because I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. With that stuff. The United States dropped that bomb on the Japanese just to prove a point and show the rest of the world we got it. We ain't scared to use it. From this point on, all you all will bow down to us. What you're witnessing is a United States government who's bent on colonizing all these countries who cannot defend themselves. Because guess what? If Saddam Hussein did have a nuclear weapon, there's no way in the world we'd have invaded Iraq. If the people in Afghanistan had a nuclear weapon, we would not invade them. If President Assad in Syria had a nuclear weapon, there's no way in the world we would have invaded them, because they would be able to defend themselves. So you see, you have a government who's basically going around acting like a bully in the rest of the world, picking on little countries who cannot defend themselves, and they'll go over there and take their natural resources. That's what's really going down. Now you might ask yourself, what natural resource North Korea has? They don't have any oil, they don't have any gold, diamond, silver, but guess what? They do have heroin, which is the same reason why we are over in Afghanistan, because of the heroin. Since the United States has invaded Afghanistan, heroin use, the opioid epidemic has multiplied by almost 1,000-fold. All around the world now you have opioid addictions that's running rampant, and it's all because the United States, at the beckoning of the pharmaceutical companies, went over there and took them folks, country, and held them hostage, basically colonized them, and started taking the heroin. If you look on previous pictures that we posted on the Real News Behind the News Facebook or whatever, you'll see pictures of the United States soldiers over there guarding the poppy fields in Afghanistan. This is one of the reasons they really want North Korea, but they want to bring North Korea in subjection so they can keep control over it with South Korea, make it one big colony that the United States control, North and South Korea. This is what's really going on. Again, let me break it down for you real quick because we're running out of time. The United States government is basically telling a man who's doing nothing more than producing these weapons to protect himself against an invasion from the United States. They're telling this man he can't test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons, when every day we're not just testing, we're dropping bombs and weapons on innocent civilians over in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, Libya, all these places around the world. We dropping bombs by the hundreds every day. But you got the nerves and audacity to tell this man over here. Now, you might ask, how does that affect me? It does. Because guess what? If we do go to war with them, and if it don't turn into a nuclear war, your children, from Freeport all the way to Maine, from Louisiana to Maine to California, Florida to Oregon, Washington, the state of Washington, your kids are going to be the ones that's going to be forced, not asked, but forced to go over there and fight a war and come back either dead or maimed. All because these people want to take other people's natural resources. At what point do we as American citizens stop believing in all these propaganda lies that we're being shown on television and understand the truth? We are the United States is the greatest committer of atrocities and war crimes in the history of mankind. And right now, they're about to basically do something that's going to jeopardize the whole world, because there is a super threat of nuclear war. If we go over there and try to take this man's country, all this man wants is peace. All he's trying to do is build weapons to protect him, his people. No matter what's going on in that country, who the hell are we to tell them what's going on when we got all this crap going on in our country? We cannot even provide for the people in Houston who suffer from this hurricane, and we're about to experience another hurricane, but we got the audacity to tell this man how to run and rule his country. This is what's really going down. And y'all share this video. I'll do a little bit more, a few more videos over the next 2 or 3 days as information comes through, and we gonna bring it to you straight up raw and real, like we do at the Real News Behind the News. We keep it real and raw. But this your boy Rob Thomas Jr. Hit the like button when you watch this video. If you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's just it. I can't say nothing about it. But the truth is what it is. So for right now, we're going to end this video because we're running short out of time. We're going to keep all our videos less than 10 minutes. But again, the United States is trying to conquer another country, take their natural resources, which in the case of North Korea is heroin, which is eventually going to come back to you because they're going to put your kids on Lortabs, Oxycontin, and all this dope that these pharmaceutical companies are standing to gain from if we do take over North Korea. This your boy Rob Thomas Jr. Share the Real News Behind the News on YouTube. You know, y'all be blessed.